This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today we're going to try to take over the #1 spot on the MTGA tracker rankings from Ancient Spartan, sitting at number 22, and me sitting at just behind at number 29. And we are going to do it with a deck that is proven, a deck that has already hit #1, and a deck you all know and love-hate. And that is RAKDOS Sacrifice. Is RAKDOS Sacrifice dead without the cat? I think a lot of people are wondering that. Do they need to find a new deck? Not if you can just get your opponent dead. This is Ash Lizzle's deck. I'm going to be playing it in best of 1 without any changes, although she recently took the #1 spot on MYTHIC Arena ladder using this deck in best of 3. So a pretty frickin' sweet accomplishment for Ash, and you should definitely follow her on Twitter and definitely check out her Twitch page. If I'm doing my job right, there will be a link in the description, and I also try to pin a comment when I remember to do that. But I'm going to play her deck exactly as she played it. She streams a crazy amount of hours, and most of them are playing RAKDOS Sacrifice. So she knows the deck inside and out. And in this case, she went with Archfiend's Vessel. So Archfiend's Vessel, when you play it from the graveyard or get it back from the graveyard, you create a 5/5 demon creature token with flying. And in the past, that wasn't very impressive because Teferi just kind of laughed and bounced it and they drew a card. But Teferi has gone from the format too. So it's time to reevaluate cards like Archfiend's Vessel. And in this case, we have 4 copies of Call the Death Dweller to get it back, along with 1 Lurrus of the Dream Den. Mayhem Devil is still around, Judith is still around. These cards are amazing with Call of the Death Dweller. When you get them back with Death Touch, you acquire the machine gun and you just blast the opponent's creatures out of the way. To keep the deck very aggressive and able to pile up damage, we have 2 copies of Judith, and we have 4 copies of Dreadhorde Butcher, and there are 4 serrated Scorpions to deal damage outside of the red zone, because you end up sacrificing your creatures so much. Priest of Forgotten Gods might be a little bit worse now that spot removal is around, and it might be a little bit worse if Bonecrusher Giant is on the rise. So we have to keep an eye on how Priest of Forgotten Gods hangs in there, but she's got this, you know. She's still a card that if you do not answer immediately, you will just suffer and die. Foreclaim the Firstborn, still an amazing spell. This card might really miss having Witch's Oven around as this free sacrifice outlet, but there's still 4 Village Rites, 4 Priests, and 3 Woe Striders to help you throw the opponent's creatures in the graveyard. And sometimes it's just a lightning bolt. You use it on your Mayhem Devil, you get in there. You use it on the Woe Strider, you get in there. With Woe Strider, sometimes it's even a Lava Axe, as you bring this back from the graveyard and smack for 5. So, for those of you wondering, because you've been playing RAKDOS Sacrifice for quite a while now, is the deck dead? Can the deck still perform? Today is the test. We're going to go see what we can do in Mythic with this build in best of 1. So, let's dive right in and let the nonsense begin. This hand has double Vessel, double Call. I don't know if it's aggressive enough, but if we find ways to sacrifice these, we immediately get 5/5s. That seems really good, but if we don't draw our 3rd land, this hand is really bad. So I'm not sure. Like right now, the hand has 2 playable 1/1 lifelinks. That's not impressive to anyone. But they turn into 5/5s, you guys. Okay. We don't even get to play it on turn 1. Oh, it feels bad. Let's see if we can get away with it, though. We'll do the courtesy sacrifice the Fabled Passage on our turn to move the game along. Although if you want to try hard and not do it, I understand. Alright. Vessel. Will we draw the land? Will something good come of this? Will we do nothing and die? RIP. Okay. opponent looking teamerish. Will it be elementals? Those have had a bit of a resurgence for some reason. Wow. Legendary mono 3-drops. Who would have thought we'd draw more 3-drops than lands? Classic Magic. Gemraiser, just slam the 4/4. Land is right on time. So, here, I think I like playing the Woe Strider, because next turn we can make 2 5/5s, but first we'll attack with both. If the opponent wants to put one in the graveyard, that's fine with me. They might be nervous about putting them in the graveyard, and they don't. So, that is good. I think we sack these on end step to try to scry. We could also get one more point of damage by keeping them, but trying to scry into another land makes sense. Mutate spotted. Some kind of Teamer Mutate. This might be Terror of the Peaks Mutate. If we play the Devil and sacrifice these, that's 3 damage. If the opponent blocks one of the vessels, that's not good enough either. If they block the Woe Strider, that's good enough. This is kind of tough. I think I take the draw. More calls. So I guess we want this on the battlefield, right? Let's attack first. Well, yeah. Let's play this. Then let's attack. So getting a Mayhem Devil with Death Touch is probably the way. And now we'll wait for our opponent. If they play another Mutate card, I'll sack my frickin' board and kill this Gemraiser. That is an annoying dog. What is with the last 2 dogs being so annoying? I love dogs. I have a dog. She's my favoritist animal in the world. She's awesome. But what the heck is with dogs in MTGA, man? Alright, we're going to have Asterix to deal with, so we're going to want to get back a Death Touch Devil. I want the land on top. Ooh, actually there is a problem here. We're going to get back the Death Touch Devil, but our opponent still has Asterix. I guess we can sacrifice the Devil itself to finish it. That might be what we have to do. Yep, I think we're going to have to sacrifice the Devil itself, but we have Call, so that's okay. I know, I could have 2 5/5s, but I can't let the Starix go nuts. Out of there. Priest. I think I need to keep hitting land, but all these 3-drops, man. Priest is great against them, it's just too slow. I need 1-drop. I need a 1-drop or a land. Otherwise, we're just getting too congested. Alright, they mutate on a Gemraiser. They're getting their mutation set up again. I can get a Devil back again. Oh, man. Yeah, probably just gonna get Devil back, sacrifice it, and attack. Opponent with a Grazer. Yay, a Scorpion. Actually, that's perfect, right? We needed that. Give me the Devil. You just see Call of the Death Dweller and why it's a 4 of here. You're just feeling the power. Another land. Okay. Would you like to block? They're adding up their land. They might have Genesis Ultimatum. Ugh. Scary. Ooh, not like this. I'm sure it's a -3. That would take Ugin to 4 if I sacrifice the devil, I can get Ugin to 3. And then I can play Lurrus, bring back a 5/5. If I bring back the 5/5, then Ugin can -0 to get rid of it, or Ugin can -3 to get rid of the Lurrus, or Ugin can plus to get rid of the Lurrus, but the 5/5 can attack. But, oh man, but this Grazer, no, the Grazer will be exiled. Okay, this is a tough game. There's still a lot that can go on here. The opponent needs to play it right. And they choose to bolt the devil. Wow. They're letting me keep the Woe Strider. So, Ugin's gonna go to 9. Can I kill my opponent? That should be the first thing we look for. We can get back a Scorpion and a 5/5. If I draw Call the Death Dweller, I can, right? No, not Call the Death Dweller. Claim the Firstborn is what I would need. And I still have to get rid of this. So let's sacrifice the Mayhem Devil, of course. Let's bolt away the Grazer. So if we draw Call the Death Dweller, it's lethal. Or not Call the Death Dweller, Claim the Firstborn. Jeez, why did I do that twice?
Ghost fire. My great
9 frickin' loyalty. How much damage can I do to this? If I play the Judith and go face, that's 4. And then next turn, can I call? No, I can't call lethal. What a tough game. Should I just make the 5/5? Everything just gets exiled, right? What a tough thing to give up. But if I play the Judith, I can hit this for 4, then it's down to 5. If it minuses 3, I can sacrifice this, and I can get it to 1. That's not good enough either. I should probably go face. But then there's 2 turns of exile all. It's just having them at 3, all I have to do is draw Claim the Firstborn and I win. But they'll probably have a creature on the board next turn after they use the Ugin. So yeah, I'd have to go after the Ugin here, I think.
Your efforts will not.
I don't know, man. That's really hard. That's really hard. I'm not sure. What would you guys do? Okay. You played a Starix. You have a mutation as well. Alright, 1 point of damage. Where does it go?
If I must.
Another land? Ugh. Making the 5/5s just isn't that good. That's the problem. Making the 5/5s is not that good. There's no way to kill the Starix. We have to keep the most pressure on our opponent that we can, but I don't see a way to do it. I don't have a way to sacrifice it. I need the Woe Strider back. And building a large board just gets Ugin'd. It's so bad. Alright, how are we going to pull this off? I should have hit the opponent's face, I guess. I didn't think the opponent would just keep plussing the Ugin. Now they're going Starix on Starix. We have to find a way to burn them out. But Mayhem Devil can do it. It depends what I'm left with after this. Polywog Symbiote. Land. Alright, do they have another mutation? It seems like they've had so many. Opponent points an Ugin at the Judith. If we get back the Judith with the call, what's that do? It doesn't work for non-token, so it's not very good. Okay. Mayhem Devil, let's do this. Give me the 5/5. Alright, sacrifice here. Death Touch Devil. Kill the Starks. Sacrifice here. Death Touch Devil. Kill the Symbiote. Scorpion on top is fine. Doesn't matter. Should be lethal. Opponent should have minus that Ugin, man. Really should have minus that Ugin. Whew. On the draw, we'll give it a try. I don't know if Butcher is going to be good enough on the draw, but with a call to get it back, it might turn out fine. The opponent mulliganing aggressively. This is high-level competition. Sportsmanship. What is that? You love to see it. Yes. You get 4 cards. Oh, it's a white deck. Shout out to LSV for mulliganing to 4 in the finals of a pro tour. And Andrew Ellenbogen for you Magic history nerds. Classic mull to 4 LSV, Keep Healer's Hawk. Oh my gosh, if they had a Pride Mate right there, I might have lost my mind. You just mull till you get those things. What do you guys think? Butchie? I think we just... I mean, it doesn't do any good to sit back, right? We just do it. We can take out the Hawk with it. Or we can take out the Enforcer. I think better to take out the Enforcer, quite honestly. I know they get another creature, but it's just a 1/1. And then attacking on the ground is reasonable. The more 1/1s, the more Mayhem Devil can slice and dice. Priest. Priest is good. Luris is also good. If they have a removal spell, what do I want to lose the most? I guess I also need to be mana efficient this turn. I'm going for the Devil. This way, just about anything I draw, I can try to sacrifice to rights. Basri. So it's some kind of black-white aggro. I always wonder if they got to Mythic with this deck or adopted the deck once they got to Mythic. It always makes me curious when I see interesting decks. So this turn, let's get the Priest. Should I attack? I think I should, right? You can always get this back later if the opponent double blocks. There are a few things we can do. We can sacrifice the Priest, which can come back later and kill one of these. Or, yeah, they didn't double block, but just giving you an idea of what we could have done. But yeah, Village Rites. Getting that instant speed sacrifice trigger with the Devil is pretty nice. The opponent appears to be on plan Mega Hawk, which is not great against Priest. And we're preparing for Lurie to do the Lurie thing. Getting back a Butcher. It's gonna be good.
I trust in your abilities.
Another Priest. Sure. That's... How best to destroy this Hawk? I can sacrifice the Luris, actually, because I can get it back. So this is on 5. So we can deal 1 here from the Butcher, 1 here from the Devil. Go face. This gets sacrificed, which triggers Devil again. We go face again. 2 mana. Let's play the other Priest. take out the boss recat.
Fall back.
And it's all falling apart for our opponent. Who was at a huge disadvantage from the start, but now sees the wall completely stacked against them. Mager. Oh, Bud Spencer. Take great heart. It's Dawn of Hope. I know. I shouldn't laugh. But I can't help it. I can't help it. That card triggers me so much. Am I missing lethal? It's possible. It's not completely unrealistic that I'm missing lethal. But make a 5/5. Ugh. So brutal. I'll just hold back the priest activations. We might even go priest if they play Kaya's Wrath. You just get more cards and more damage that way than with them attacking. 1/1. 1/1 soldier acquired. Props. I mean, they are playing it out. I did not think that would actually happen, but that is what is happening here today. So, let's have a trigger fiesta, shall we? Stop! Stop, CGB! Stop! He's already dead. They are already dead, CGB. Why do you do this? What is wrong with you? Why are you this way? Were you beaten in school? Were you bullied? Dude, what can I say? I'm just a sick individual. A sick, disgusting, horrible individual. Wow. We can play 3 straight black 1-drops and then call these back if they die. Rock and roll. The best thing about the Vessel I've found is that you just attack every turn. The opponent's scared. Like, they're so scared to block it. So it's like you get all this free damage that you shouldn't get. And no deck takes free damage the distance better than RAKDOS. It just ends up clowning you with that free damage later in the game. Okay, looks like our opponent might be on a Sultai Go Big Hydroid Krasis Nissa deck. How is our matchup there? I think it's going to be one of the big matchups as we figure out what the new standard is all about. How do they deal with our 5/5? Probably not great. That is a card we can draw. Opponent still another turn away from Extinction Event. This is usually the Uro turn, but taking turn 3 off to Uro, that's a lot harder than taking turn 2 off to Growth Spiral was. Not the same thing. Dismal Backwater. This is probably where we see Eliminate or a Heartless Act. There you go. So there's no reason to sack this Fabled Passage yet. We might draw Mayhem Devil. Another Butcher is good. Keep getting them. It does ring of Extinction Event that they took out the Butcher, but I'd probably take out the Butcher anyway. Like I said, they're terrified to kill the Vessel, so hopefully they don't have an Extinction Event. We hang on to the passages in case we draw Mayhem Devil for free bonus damage. So please no Extinction Event. It would suck very much to lose our Scorpions and Vessels. Elspeth's Nightmare. Wow. Alright. that means we have to play our Call the Death Dweller, and then they're going to exile our graveyard, which is you. Without the vessels in it, that's pretty rough. So I was kind of hoping one of these 1/1s would die. I think the perfect draw here is Village Rites. Can we get it? Can we get it? Ugh. Not there. Alright, this is going to get discarded from our hand by the Nightmare, so we may as well make sure we get something from it. Down to 7. They better find a way to exile the Scorpion and the Butcher, because their life total is getting really low. Of course, they might have Uro, which that rebuilds life total. And we are living off the top. They have a 5-card grip. Classic aggro versus control. You never know what's lurking in that hand, but can we just find our way over the finish line with a few good draws? Oh man. I really hoped they didn't have that card. I guess it's not as bad since we're losing our graveyard to the Nightmare anyway. The devil! Shout at the devil! We got a free damage now from the Fabled Passage, but we don't have to use it right this second. We like having cards in our graveyard for Woe Strider. Oh, by the way, that's a sacrifice trigger from Elspeth's Nightmare. Down to 4. Uro is also a sacrifice trigger. Takes a little bit of sting out of the life gain if they have it. Although I think we would have seen it by now. Who knows? Scoop. Whew. Got there. It's a curve. Oops. MTG Assistant, everyone. I wonder what could have hit me on turn 1. Oh, it's mono red. Let's fight. My Scorpions are ready. Steamy boy. Going second is hard. Alright, let's go with the Butcher. They don't want to block it, but eventually we can sacrifice it to deal some damage. They really don't want to block it. Alright. So with Village Rites, we can sack the Butcher to do some extra damage. I'm curious how they want to play this. They want to keep their Steamkin, I'm sure. We also have Claim the Firstborn, steal their Steamkin, sacrifice it to the Rites, draw 2. But they might have an Annex, too. Let's see what they do. Hello. It is Annex, hardened in the forge. And Steamkin decides to rumble. So, take the Annex, sacrifice it, get the tokens. Token. The opponent still can't do much about the Butcher. We can sack the Butcher to kill the Steamkin at a later date if we find a way to do that. But we also have Priest. Like, if we play Priest here, can the opponent kill us with Embercleave? Pretty much. So we have to make this play now. Does everybody attack? The Scorpion held back the Dodger, but the Dodger can gain unblockable. They might have a Torbrand, though. Butcher gets stronger. Oh, that dog. Why does it say unmute? I'm muting you. Nice glitch. No more Annex, and I'll have that token, please. Unfortunate to not get the land, but the opponent just can't bear it anymore. We did draw another Claim. If we had found another sacrifice outlet for the Steamkin, we'd be absolutely killing it. Good curves continue. Let's do it. We might miss on a 2-drop. If we draw a Butcher, though, I'm going to be so happy. I might dance. This is mono red. Can't attack, though. Confusing. Alright, next turn we definitely want the Woe Strider so that Claim can be online. Goat acquired. But yeah, it is kind of scary. If they kill the Woe Strider and we don't have a sacrifice outlet next turn, it's gonna be scary. But they might try to ignore the Woe Strider. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we need another sacrifice outlet. That is not it. As much as I'd like another black source. You want to trade Rim? Huh. I mean, I'll pick off that Fervent Champion. That's kind of a loose attack in my opinion. In my opinion. You don't have to agree. Let's hold on to claim. Okay. Little does the opponent know we have more where that came from. That Scorpion got value. Let's get this in there. The sooner the Butcher starts getting bigger, the more threatening it is. If we draw a black source off the top, Woe Strider will be coming back soon. Not yet, but soon. Here's the Bone Crusher Giant. Judith is a draw. I still don't have a sacrifice outlet, but let's keep the Butcher attacking. They can't really block it. And Judith can trade with either one of their creatures at this stage. Although the Embercleave is probably going to leave a mark, but we're going to steal their Embercleave creature and win the game. That's the plan. Alright, second Steamkin. They might just go nuts with Steamkin here. They don't have enough mana now for the cleave. No blocks. Oh yeah. Guess I should have blocked the Steamkin. Chandra? I guess they get to flashback spells?
Basically anything.
I definitely played this too loose. I should have blocked the Steamkin. I could have killed it too. And now look at what's happening to me. Why don't I ever see it? What's the matter with me? Look at that. Shock and Lava Coil. That's perfect. Yeah, not really a good game for me. Thanks, though. We did find the other black source, but we can't bring back the Woe Strider because things got exiled. I think I had a shot in this game and I threw it away, in my opinion. Wow.
Fire with fire.
I got shredded. At least it didn't hurt too badly. Village Rights the Hand. Let's do it. Narset Sleeves. Stomping Ground. I thought this was going to be a Gandalf. Let's go find another black. Man, Fabled Passage does make the deck awkward sometimes, I will say that. Quirion Dryad. There's one I haven't seen in a long time. Gets a +1/+1 counter whenever you play a spell that's white, blue, black, or red. Opponent feels they must trade for Butcher. Point of damage acquired. More Scorpion. Second Dryad. Oh boy. This is going to be a deck full of like Opt, Joriel. Well, let's see what they think of this second Butcher. What an absurd draw. Everybody in. Get him dead. Yep. You get an Opt. You get a counter. Now, how do you block? A Scorpion, okay. Do I want to get rid of my Butcher to kill the Dryad before it gets huge? I don't know. The other thing that I can do is get rid of the Scorpion since it's going to die anyway. We have Claim the Firstborn in our deck. Let's just get rid of the Scorpion. I have faith our deck will figure this out, how to deal with a Quirion Dryad. And I would much rather work on getting the opponent dead. Another Scorpion and a Woe Strider is okay. Sprite Dragon combined with Dryad. This is full-on Miracle Grow, which was a deck back in the day. Miracle Grow was all about playing cards like Opt with cards like Sprite Dragon and Quirion Dryad and making this as huge as possible. Back then they had Force of Will, like cards you could literally play without tapping mana at all. It was a broken time. Alright, they're at 7. I think we attack the face. I think we play the Woe Strider first, just to get a little more value out of the attack if they block the Scorpion, for example. There's a block. And another. If I let the damage happen, I can kill the Dryad, but if I point the Butcher at the Dryad, I should just say go and see what they do, though. They want to kill the Butcher, so we'll just offer, this is fine. See what they do. They'll do something. They're going to Bone Crush the Woe Strider. Okay. So this takes this up to a 4, which means the Butcher can't kill it. So we may as well, if it's gonna die, we may as well sacrifice it first and get a Scry. And then we'll sacrifice the goat to the Village Rites. Another Butcher. Let's try for something else. Although that's another point of damage. They're going to 4. They're going to 2. This is 1. Well, this is worth 2. Never mind, they're dead. They're dead, right? Oh no, I can't sacrifice the Scorpion. Okay. I can play the Scorpion, but I can't sacrifice the Scorpion. I needed another land. Let's sacrifice the Woe Strider and keep the goat. Or we just play Scorpion and Village Rites next turn and we win. Okay. I mean, they have to gain life or they die. Yeah, this is fine. Scorpion on the field. Maybe I shouldn't play it there. If they have a Lava Coil, that I get got. Dreadhorde Arcanist is a cool card. Interesting teamer pile. We didn't draw Claim, but I think Claim is one of the big things that they need to be afraid of. Village Rites for the win. We will try keeping it. We haven't abused Priest of Forgotten Gods in a few games. Sounds fun. Come on, mutate. Mono red. Classic. The classic. Alright. Ready to be bone crushed. So ready. What's it gonna be? I wonder if they're looking out light up the stage, wondering about throwing away their spitter. When they think that hard... Yep. I don't know what was hard about that, but there's your opponent for you. Arcfiend's Vessel. We definitely want to get that on the field and into the graveyard to get back with Call, but let's be mana efficient and get Judith on the field. If the opponent kills it, we take down the spitter with us. We got a reader. Robber of the Rich. Claim the Firstborn. Epic. Okay, dude. At least they know what the best card in the deck is, right? Alright, so here's a Scorpion. Here is a Vessel. And do we attack? I think so. I think these are ready to hold it down. Heck of an aggressive stance taken by the opponent last turn. I'm curious if they'll follow through. Full price light up the stage after playing a land, wow. And they reveal a shock. What would they shock? It's gotta be the Judith, right? But then they lose their Spitter. I don't know. Life's full of tough choices. No rumble, no shock. They're gonna hold it up. Well, I'm going to lose this anyway, so let's attack. I plan to sacrifice it to Village Rites and get back the 5/5 demon. The opponent could, like, they might be thinking I'll shock the Judith and I'll block the Archfiend's Vessel with the Robber of the Rich. Oh, just a trade. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, pick on the Robber. Village Rites. Sacrifice the Scorpion. Kill the Robber. Because the opponent let me keep my Judith too long. They were scared of getting outvalued and they got played. You love to do it. A backup Judith. They'll love that. Alright, we'll grab this, we'll grab that. Priest can have the counters. Archfiend's Vessel makes the demon. We want the Priest for sure because it's a sacrifice outlet for claim. Cool. Cool. Oh, is this gonna be fun? Get ready, friends. They're not gonna like this. May as well block. Okay, out of there. Take that, Mono Red. Take that. I will hang on to this hand. Because we have Priest and Devil and Claim and so many lovely things. That dog again. I don't know why it says unmute. Clearly I am muting. Frickin' Electropup bothers me. Gruul Guildgate. Guildgate Gamer. Let's roll. I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. I always lead on the Vessels, because the Vessels, the opponent really doesn't want to block or trade with them. Oh man, Gates, and they got Plaza of Harmony. Oh my goodness. Now, of course, blocking the Vessel with the Grazer is just fine for the opponent, but hopefully they don't already have a Gates ablaze. Whoa. Gateway Sneak? Whenever a gate enters the battlefield under your control, this can't be blocked. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Do we claim that? I can get them to sacrifice the Grazer, but I can't get them... Yeah, I think we claim that. We might have to take a Ram later, but for now we claim you, which the opponent has to... Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So do we want the card? I think we do. The problem is we don't have the mana, right? So if this hits and we don't draw from this or this an untapped land, then the opponent gets the sneak back, which is terrible. So that was a mistake. We'll just do this. They'll block. I won't get the card. Rip. I was greedy. But it's still fine. I mean, I just do this. Wait a minute. No, I don't have the land to cast Call this turn either. So we'll just give up these two. never thought I would get something out of the Gates deck this way. We can make a 5/5. Is that good? They're nowhere near being able to Gates Ablaze it. I think we make a 5/5. I would love to make 2. But yeah, let's make the 5/5. The hand was almost... It was the 2/5/5 hand. I should just let the opponent have their frickin' gateway thingamajig. I think that would have been better. Now they start drawing with Guild Summit. Their life total is gonna dwindle. Attack with these two. Play Mayhem Devil. Play Scorpion. Target the opponent. Pitch these. All the damage. And we have a Village Rites, but I don't intend to use it here. We might need to save it just because if the priest dies, we need to be able to claim something and sacrifice it. They have a Colossus. And a Goose. Thank God they had something to block with, but it's okay. We've got this. Don't worry about a thing, everybody. So, 1 damage here, 1 damage here. The rest of our extra points can head upstairs. My goodness, Priest Devil is stupid. Rip Gates. You tried so hard and got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Yes! Another priest hand. So ready to roll. Deck is work of art. Okay, don't flood out, please. Little concerned by the frequency of land now. We're up to a 5-lander, 6-lander. Cringe. I'm going in with the priest. Get that damage. All right. The opponent has been on all tap lands so far. They must have something. I've got nothing, so... Do we attack with the priest again? I think with a backup priest, we just stay aggressive. There's no way I want to pitch 2 cards to draw, right? Like, my board presence is all I have. Eliminate. Okay? That sucks. Needed that. Maybe I was supposed to sacrifice there, but... At this point, I think I'm going to have to figure out how to inch over the finish line. A little at a time. Don't sweep me. If they had Extinction Event, they would have killed the priest because they could have named Odd. So maybe they have Ritual of Soot. Crap. Well, probably game, but we will fight on. Maybe we'll draw a Call of the Death Dweller. Nope. We have the mana to use Castle. We'll have to pitch a Passage. Opponent on some kind of Abzan control. We are on land tribal, but we're trying to fix it. Call of the Death Dweller still makes 2 5/5s, which is tremendously threatening. I do think I played my priests wrong. Treacherous Blessing, they're Doom Foretold? They don't have any other permanents so far. Maybe they have another way to get rid of this, like Vraska. I played a deck like that before that I really enjoyed. Alright. But this deck is all about getting them by inches, so Treacherous Blessing, a point or two of damage from that, it could be the difference. Land. Not land. Do I keep my only piece of board presence, Arcfiend's Vessel, or do I sacrifice it? I think I sacrifice it and try to have a better turn. That was not good. That was not what we needed to see at all. Not at all. Opponent had a play but didn't make it. Oath of Kaya, yeah, so they can get the life. Good call. Should have just held. Dude, I should have held the rights. I mean, this is insane, right? But what can you do? What can you do? When the deck wants to do it this dirty, there's nothing you can do. Beamslayer's here. Do I have a solution? I need a Death Touch thingamajig. One, I can sack it to itself. Two, I can't get many cards. It's not a good look. Alright, I need to draw, what, Call the Death Dweller, and then use the Fabled Passage. Like this. Alright, Call the Death Dweller, please. Thank you. What a good deck. Alright. That is a line. Don't know if you saw it coming, but there we go. The game goes on. Doom Foretold acquired. That'll get rid of the Treacherous Blessing. Dreadhorde Butcher's a good one. I think we're getting 2 vessels. The problem is Ritual Soot just kills them. If there were a way to get more instant value right now, maybe I should. Like getting Judith, which just gets another point of damage. But the vessels are also tokens. It does make the opponent have another Ritual Soot or 2 eliminates. Let's see what they do when I play the Dreadhorde Butcher. Eliminate? Maybe. Okay. Maybe they don't have Ritual Soot then. Or maybe they're just being super protective. Whatever card we draw with the castle, we just end up discarding to the Doom Foretold. I suppose another card in the graveyard, though, isn't a bad thing for Woe Strider, so I should draw a card anyway. Oh, okay, they didn't kill it. They did not kill it. We need to find 2 points of damage. A Judith would do. And there's one in the graveyard, so a Call would do. They could have another removal spell. It's possible. They've got something. Rip Mayhem Devil. I guess I could draw a card here. Then I at least have choices. Yeah, now I get to discard a mountain instead. Not the worst play. Claim. Is that good enough? I think so. We're gonna go for it. You can't stop me. Come on, damage. Come on. Son of a... Opponent's too good at Magic. I can't win. Feels bad. Alright, fight on. Oh, man. Oh, come on! Embarrassing. Now you're just embarrassing me. Oh. I flooded so hard. I came so close. Oh my god, another land. What a joke. What an absolute joke we had here. Give me that. Give me that, I'm angry. I'm salty. We still need to draw a blocker, I guess? A scorpion? Another land. Oh man. Alright, good day. Horrible ending. And we are back for the post-game wrap-up, and the deck performed very, very admirably. Let's hit the stats check. Where did it go? 12-6, 66% win rate, 7-2 on ranked ladder matches, so even better than when I was trying it out in the play queue. So with the cat oven gone, I find this deck much more fair. Hopefully some of you who hate on it can feel a little better about it now without the endless cat oven triggers, because it's still a very good deck and it's very aggressive and it ends games quickly, and I like its position in the metagame and the ability to get damage through, and I definitely can't complain about the results. So if I had to play the deck again tomorrow, what would I change? I honestly think you might still want 1 or 2 Witch's Ovens somewhere in the deck. They're terrible to draw when you're trying to do nothing but beat down, but they're great to draw any time that you're in a back and forth in an aggro matchup. And most of best of 1 tends to lean towards aggro. So I would really want to add 1. I would start with just 1 Witch's Oven. I also often feel like Woe Strider is the best setup piece, especially with Mayhem Devil. So maybe I would have a 4th Woe Strider somehow. Luris was fine. I like it. Call the Death Dweller was amazing. Judith was really good. So what to cut is difficult. And the honest truth is I'm not clear on this. I think that playing 3 Vessels might be reasonable. There were plenty of times where getting it back as a 5/5 wasn't the greatest thing, and plenty of times where I just didn't have a way to get it back. So when you're drawing it and it's only a 1-mana 1/1 and you can't make it pay off very well, especially when you're low on sacrifice outlets and you have to use Village Rites with your claim so you don't get to sacrifice the Vessel to draw cards, this card can be a little soft. So I think 3 might be a better number than 4. And I would probably cut 1 Vessel for a Witch's Oven, and maybe I would trim a land. I didn't have land problems, and I had some times where it definitely felt like I was flooding and trying to figure out how to win. I might trim a land for a Woe Strider, but honestly, this deck doesn't need changes. It's a bit of a masterpiece in so many ways, and if you played it exactly as is, I think it would be totally fine. So thank you to Ash Lizzle for the deck. Congratulations on #1 Mythic, and make sure that you go give her a follow on Twitch and check out her streams, and also follow her on Twitter if you want to get tweets when she hits awesome ranks and releases new deck lists. So and this video today for me, thank you to my patrons. I'm dedicating today's video to the people who have joined me on Patreon, the 264 proud patrons out there. Thank you so much for supporting the content. It means a lot to me. And if you would like to join on Patreon, check out the link in the description. And I sincerely appreciate any support for the channel. You're also welcome to use Twitch subscriptions. You're also welcome to use YouTube memberships. But there is also a Patreon as well. So with that in mind, and all said, all the words out of mouth to all of you, thank you to the cool kids for watching the whole video. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. And like and subscribe. Okay.